All right, I'm making the same video on the same day, so bear with me. So on this video, I'm going to be talking about my issues with, like, one of the issues and conflicts with being a creative, being a creator, a person that likes to do graphic design, do art. One of the harshest realities that I had to accept was that people are not gonna, that not every person is gonna go into the next chapter of life with you, and that's including people that I knew and cared about from high school. You know, and I noticed that gradually over the years, people started becoming more and more apathetic towards my work, and they started doing this, and they started acting in a way where they started brushing me aside, started to overlook me, not supporting what I do and what I chose to do with my life. But they'll go ahead and huddle up, but they'll go ahead and huddle up with each other in this small group and support each other. But they'll push me aside like I don't matter, and I'm honestly at the point where I'm tired of it, you know, and I know it's gonna sound arrogant and maybe delusional coming from me for saying this, but I'm gonna say how I feel. Looking back at it, I see these people for what they are. I see them as scared cavemen that are just witnessing fire for the first time. And in my case, the fire is my creations and what I do. And when these cavemen see that flame, they're scared of it. They're too scared to understand it, or they refuse to understand it. So they run away from it. And that's exactly this dynamic that I'm witnessing here, and with my creations. It's like we're witnessing a bunch of people that don't want to accept the growth of an individual, and that individual is myself. Me, I accepted that these people have grown as individuals. I expected them to grow. I wanted them to grow as individuals. But when it's to the extent where you guys are supporting each other and brushing me to the wayside like I don't matter, how do you think that makes me feel? You know, and I'm tired of letting that piss me off, get me mad. I'm done with it. You know, I'm tired of having these invisible battles with myself, thinking that there's something wrong with me, and that maybe that there's something wrong with me. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of it. I'm done. Just today, I literally just decided to just give up on this little battle that I've been having with myself. I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna fight this anymore. Whatever happens, happens. You know, I'm gonna keep doing me and being authentically me, riding my own wave. And if people don't like it, they can fucking drown in my wave. Just fucking drown in my wave. You know, because regardless, at the end of the day, they ain't gonna say shit. They're cowards, pansies. And I'm gonna keep creating, even if it means pissing everybody off in the process. Because at the end of the day, I know that I'm doing nothing wrong to these people. The fact that they're like getting angry or getting jealous, that's their problem. You know, that not mine. They act like as if I easily just learned this stuff all overnight. When the truth of the matter is that I didn't. I actually learned how to do these things on Photoshop. I learned how to do these things on After Effects. I learned how to do these things on Illustrator. I was taught this shit on YouTube and also through my schooling. But no, nobody wants to talk about that. No, nobody wants to ever take that into consideration. They just see a guy who they perceive to be as arrogant and so full of himself, when that's very far to the truth. You know, I'm simply a man that finally has learned to embrace himself and his multifaceted personality that many people refuse to acknowledge or appreciate, or refuse to give the time of day. You know? And one thing's for certain too. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm gonna do it proudly. And if people don't like it, they can go fuck their fucking selves. And that's including, that's also including, you know, my friendship, my dynamics too with people. If I'm talking to you, right, and I don't feel I don't feel emotionally or mentally stimulated from you, from our conversations, or I don't feel emotionally stimulated in the sense that like I don't feel that like you're understanding what I'm feeling or what I'm going through, or you're not even making an attempt to do so, and like you're just throwing stupid shit my way, I'm just gonna just leave your ass, not even acknowledge you. And that also goes with people that are insensitive too. Like if you're gonna be a dickhead to me and make fun of my suffering and pain, again, same shit, I'm walking away. I mean, of course, I'm always open to people apologizing and actually taking accountability for what they said and done. But knowing how people are and how much they suck, and knowing how much most people suck these days, well, people always sucked, but just knowing how much people suck, that's never gonna happen. So even if I don't get some sort of like reconciliation, or even an attempt of a reconciliation, or even if I don't get some sort of an apology from certain people, all I can really do is just find closure within myself and just move on and try to seek peace within myself in the best way that I possibly can. That's all I can do. That's all anybody can do. Like for me, I mean, I would like things to get better with certain people. I do. You know, I would like to be on talking terms with certain people. But it's like, given the fact that people are terrible, people will like treat you like shit because you're a kind and giving person. I kind of just realized that those things are inevitable in life. And it's always best to expect the worst and hope that, and just so there could be some sort of a chance that you'll be hurt a lot less in regards to the outcome. Anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching my videos on my issues being a creative, having to accept the fact that certain people are not going to come into the next chapter of your life, accepting the fact that people aren't just going to fuck with you anymore like they used to. Because I spent the past 3 years having to come into terms with it, and I think I finally have come into terms with it. And I just gotta accept that that's how life is for me now. So thank you guys for sticking by me after all these years. For my longtime subscribers, thank you for, if you're a newcomer, thank you for watching this video. I encourage all of you guys to live your most genuine and authentic selves possible. Don't ever be part of the superficial. Fuck the social norms. Always be authentically yourself. Never change for nobody. Never change for nobody. That was one of the hardest lessons I had to learn, was to never change for anybody. Because I'm done pleasing people. I'm done. So yeah, like I said multiple times, keep being your authentic selves. Never change for anybody. Keep doing you. Because at the end of the day, you are all of what you have. You are all of what you got. And being in this garbage ass society is not going to make it any better for anyone. So it's best to embrace it, unfortunately. Anyways, I'll catch up with you guys on the next one. Goodbye.